Hello, how are you? It's been a while. Let's see if anyone remembers Magic Monday. Dun, da, da. Oh, yep, there's a bunch of you. Okay, well, some of you, yay, we're back. Thanks, Maya. Hi, Carissa. Hi, Crystal and Mount Joy. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Edith. Yes, I'm back. I'm so back. I'm so excited. Hi, Christine. Hi, Lisa. Thank you. Hi, Debbie in Idaho. My trip was the most life-changing, profound trip of my life. Absolutely beyond beyond measure, and I'll definitely be talking about it tonight and the rest of my life. I mean, there are no words that I think can describe what the experience is to meditate in the temples of ancient Egypt, before, in private, during a full moon and with the stars and with a group of sisters and a powerful high priestess. And it was beyond anything. And I'm so grateful to be back. And as I return home and feel all of the energy that is America, and I do want to remind us of our ancient souls. We might be modern women and men and brothers and sisters walking this earth in modern times with a lot of divisiveness and a lot of little, nit-nat sort of technology and triggers, but we are walking giants. We are ancient souls, and I really want to remind all of us as we go into what may be a divisive election and what may be, a fake form of separating hearts and humans. It's not real. I want to remind you, we are all sharing the same planet. We're all sharing the same air, water, soil, food, soul, and what connects us is more important than any of that, anything that could possibly be man-made. And I do say man-made because it is a patriarchal, weird, more modern thing to be in this world where elections and borders and all of this stuff can cause us to not love each other and to not want to connect to each other. And what I learned about ancient Egypt, it was women pharaohs, female pharaohs, and male pharaohs. It was not, it was an equal society, and it was in balance. It was in ma'at. Ma'at is the energy, the term for balance, harmony, and justice. And that is what we are here to restore with Magic Monday, to connect and be together with a cup of tea in a state of balance and harmony. That's really what we're doing here. It's revolutionary, it's beautiful, it's profound, and it's worthy. It's worthy of our time, it's worthy of our effort, and it's worthy of us getting a chance to do this together. So I'm very happy to be home after 2 or 3 weeks of not having Magic Mondays. Thank you all for all of you who have arrived. This is a great turnout compared to, last week and the week before when there wasn't a Magic Monday. And I realized while I was in Egypt, I should have organized it to where you guys could get together. And so the next time I leave, you guys, I want to set up to where you can all get together on Zoom, and we'll set up a call for you guys to chat and hang out. I think that's going to be a really lovely thing. I do want us to remember why we're here. We're here to connect over tea, wellness, love, light, the things that make humanity generous and good and kind, and not the things that bring us down and separate us. So we are doing God's work here. We're doing the work of, the divine, getting together in meaning and sustenance for our souls. Okay, so tonight we are going to do our reading. We're going to do our angel reading. We are going to do our giveaway. We are going to do our tea ceremony and guided meditation now. I am going to be sipping Queen of Cups, which is this month's tea. It is a red clover, beet, blueberry, vanilla, elderberry concoction that I particularly love, and I'm really excited for you guys to sip it. I want to remind you, red clover is incredibly grounding and detoxifying, particularly for women. And so this is an unusual blend, and beets are very high in nitric oxide, which is really incredible for heart health and for making sure we keep our hearts open. So I chose this tea during this time for us to really focus on our emotional well-being and our hearts, and to really bring them to the forefront with this beautiful tea. I love, yeah. You're gonna love this tea. Oh, good. Olivia's drinking Scorpio, 'tis my season. Elena, 2025 is angels, and we do have gods and goddesses, but 2025 is all based on angels. Yeah, so I'm really excited about it, and couldn't be more into it or more excited. Yeah. Okay, all right, here we go. We're gonna do our meditation, and yes, angels, because we can't get enough of those angels, and they're so worth communing with and celebrating with. Okay, so if you'll join me in just settling in, relaxing, getting into your body, taking a breath, resting for a moment, you sweet humans. You work so hard every day, simply defying gravity. You are precious. I'm going to light my incense here. This is a very incredible ritual incense from Japan, agar wood. And then I'm going to open my traveler jar with what remains of my Queen of Cups. I've been drinking that. I'm going to pour my water, and I'm going to listen to how the water sounds and what it feels like to anticipate the first sip of tea. I was so fortunate and excited to lead tea ceremony in Egypt, and so excited that that journey is going to be in my soul forever. And I hope to infuse each of you with the beautiful, beautiful balance that is ancient Egypt, that lives in all of us. Our incredibly old souls. I think we were all there at one point, if you believe in reincarnation, which I'm pretty convinced exists. I'm going to sage the space. This is the sage from my yard. Because I haven't been here in a while, I haven't been in the office in almost 3 weeks. Just gonna sage the area around me, my body, in order to harmonize and become in calm contact with the divine. I'm going to sing my singing bowls. I'm going to start with the throat chakra. Then I'm going to the identity, the third chakra. So may you speak your truth without holding back, with compassion and balance. And I'll be going to the heart, and then the root, until we're able to ground our dreams and understand our human needs and have compassion for the needs of all those in our lives hard to be a spiritual being. The throat and the root are particularly connected. The root is your feeling of safety, and if you don't feel safe, how will you share your truth? And the solar plexus, identity, who you are, your power center, and how it ties to your heart, and expressing who you are on planet Earth. What a gift it is. We love who you are. We love that you're here. So feel yourself settling in, resting. Feel yourself being held. Feel yourself being held by the chair, being held by the warmth of your home. Feel yourself being held by the planet, by gravity. Feel yourself being held by the moon. It's Monday, ruled by the moon. Feel yourself attached to the moon and her slowly waxing, gentle embrace. Now feel yourself in your body. Feel yourself breathing. Feel yourself alive. Feel yourself sitting. Feel yourself hearing. Feel the sensations in your body as they rise and fall. Name them. Maybe you feel relaxed. Maybe you feel hopeful. Maybe you feel nervous. Whatever it is you're feeling, simply sit with it as if we were in an ancient Japanese tea ceremony, feeling and watching our sensations without responding to them, like they do in the Zazen temples in Uji outside of Kyoto. I bring the energy of the ancient tea ceremony to our Mondays because it reminds us that what we're doing is a legacy. Tea ceremony and mindfulness is a practice that's been going on for 6,000 years as we know it, but I'm sure it's been going much, much longer. And like some of the gods and goddesses and temples of Egypt are 400,000 years old, and we're just scratching the surface of that ancient lineage. Remind yourself that you might live 100 years in this body, but your soul is infinite. And that is what they teach in the Japanese tea ceremony. The circle of the cup is to remind you that you are infinite. Your body may have a beginning, middle, and end, but your soul does not. Your personality may come and go, but your soul will be forever. And whatever you believe, you will reconnect with the divine after this life. So the goal of this tea ceremony is to reconnect with the divine during this life, so that you may be connected to what matters in your waking day. In the day-to-day, you will have the objectivity of your profound nature, which is not easy to do in a busy world. Allow yourself to sit in this knowing, to sit in this moment, to sit in this awe of appreciation for having this time to simply sip your tea and to be held by my voice, to be held by the technology that allows us to communicate with each other across the world and across timelines. It is a precious thing that we can connect this way, with freedom to say whatever we want to say to one another, to share what we want to share, to focus on what's good and right in the world and in ourselves and each other. So go ahead and put your right hand on your heart and take your cup and take a sip for yourself, for a moment of appreciation for you. Take a sip to nurture your body and to cherish this time you have in self-reflection and connection to the divine, bringing your mind, body, and spirit into harmony. And take that sip and solidify that for yourself. I think this tea might be a gulping tea. Just gulped it. Okay. And now with your second sip, I want you to really generate a sense of appreciation for somebody that might really get under your skin. I want you to dissolve the energy of annoyance. I want you to dissolve the energy of frustration with the energy of appreciation and love and acceptance. You might not appreciate about them what annoys you, but at least you can appreciate the fact that your patience is expanding. Your ability to have compassion is expanding by their beingness. So go ahead and think about somebody who might really be on your nerves. Maybe it's somebody who attacked you on social media for having an opinion. Maybe it's somebody who is in your family that doesn't agree with your political views. Maybe it's somebody who at work you just had a situation with. Maybe it's a neighbor, maybe it's an old school teacher, maybe it's an ex, maybe it's somebody who's no longer in your life. I want you to visualize them and give them a blessing. I want you to thank them for everything they taught you and everything they're teaching you. Not every teacher is positive in our definition of positivity. Not every lesson is easy, as we know. So bring this person into your mind and give them a blessing. Wish them well on their way. And pray then for a sense of compassion. Pray then for a sense of acceptance and love and tolerance, while still being firm in your boundaries, while still being firm in protecting your energy field. Boundaries are a form of self-love, probably the most potent and powerful form you will ever be able to give yourself in self-care, is to have a boundary. A clear, concise, divine boundary. Now take a sip to that. Okay, now with the third sip, I'm just gulping this down. I so hope you guys enjoy it. It's so yummy. With my third sip, I want you to simply be in the moment. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to forgive, nothing to think specifically. Just simply be in a state of presence, calm, and enjoy the cup of tea for what it is. Something made with love for you. And just simply take a sip and just savor the sensations of sipping tea. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, no thoughts to be had. Simply revelry in the divine moment of pleasure. Allow yourself to sit in silence. Allow yourself to rest and to center. Allow yourself to breathe and to feel the beauty of being alive, to appreciate being here now, alive, simple, sweet, precious cup of tea in your hands. What an incredible blessing we have to have our faculties to simply be together for tea ceremony. I love it. I love it so much. I was super stressed out this afternoon. I mean, day one back at work, and there's just so much to manage. And while I was in Egypt, I made a new plan on how I would be supported. Instead of being the one that's scrubbing the floor drains in the kitchen in the new tea salon, I sat down and I thought, how can I do what I do best? How can I be supported? And it was such a liberating and beautiful experience. So I want you this week, that's your cosmic assignment from Magic Hour. I want you to write down how you best can be supported. Who do you need in your life to support you? What do you need in your life to support you? How does your schedule look when you support yourself? How does your life look when you support yourself? How would it feel to constantly feel supported, like the ancient pharaohs of Egypt, the gods and goddesses who have no issue having boundaries? We learned about sword fingers in Egypt. No issue with being fierce, no issue with being yourself, no issue with asking for what you need. What would it feel like? And that list was really, really lovely. And today, while I was feeling anxious this afternoon, because there's just so much to do all the time with the business, 35 people, 40 people, logistics, warehouses, shipping, so much. I started feeling that anxiousness. And you know what I did? I stopped, I poured myself a cup of tea, and I went upstairs to my office suite that has a bathroom, and I took a bath. I took a bath in one of our new bath salts, which we'll be introducing next week or the week after. But I did these essential oil bath salts and I took the Monday moon one, and I soaked in it, and it changed everything. I realized that when I work during the day, I don't take breaks. So who's not supporting me? I'm not supporting me. Who's not supporting you? Are you supporting you? So if you can recreate your life in a state of full support of you, who you are, who you serve, how best you are, what would that look like? Would you stop in the middle of a day and take a walk? I need to do that. Would you stop in the middle of the day and drink enough water? I need to do that. I didn't go for a walk or drink enough water today. I noticed it. Did anyone bring that on? No, it was me, right? But then when I finally realized, no one's demanding I don't take care of myself. I'm forgetting to take care of myself. No one's making it to where I'm not supported. I'm not supporting myself. It's just a forgetfulness. It's a habit. And instead of getting mad at ourselves, we need to say, what do I need to do? Okay, I'm going to set a timer. Drink water 5 times a day. I'm going to set a timer. I'm just going to set my alarm and schedule it all. Go for a walk at lunchtime. Done. Get some sunshine. Done. Right? So that's all I needed to do. I'm in a state of excitement about my work and I forget. I just forget. That's it. So a good tea to help with anxiousness. Child's pose is amazing. Lavender in the back, Leanna, absolutely. Lavender is one of the most potent relaxants. Child's pose is great. Queen of Ukraine is great. Venus is a total anti-anxiety, like relaxant. It's all nervines. So yeah, exactly. Sakura, you're right. She finds now and then I get overwhelmed, but in England and Japan, they have tea breaks for a reason. It helps to have a nice warm tea to relax and take that moment for you. Hello, it's the whole point of why I exist. But was I doing it for myself today on my first day back? No. And it's also because I love my work. So, but taking care of ourselves during the day, it's key. How can we be supported this week? How can we draw a boundary around a tea time for ourselves in the middle of the day? How can we go for a walk? How can we make time for remembering to care for ourselves? How can we feel supported and support ourselves? Okay. Okay, so here we are. Oh, it's okay, Dawn. I can stay on for a few minutes and talk about Egypt. I'm going to be co-hosting a trip in March to Egypt. It's that life-changing. I'm committed to Egypt probably for the rest of my life. It was the most life-changing experience. I have received the most wisdom and awe and incredible. So yeah, so I'll be hosting with the teacher I went with and just got back from. I'll be co-hosting her next trip in March. And it's about finding the oracle within, which is so easy to do in Egypt. It's so easy to just know. And it's all private, which is incredible. She has permits to go into all the temples alone. So we can meditate and do the practices in the Holy of Holies, where the high priestesses always went. So it's a very, very powerful experience. So I'll be announcing more about that soon. So if anyone wants to go, we'll have access to that very soon. Okay, so quick reading and then the giveaway, you guys, because I just have been all floaty with you, all relaxed. This week's reading, okay. I used my tarot cards a lot in Egypt. I read all the girls' cards. It was so much fun. What a fun trip to hang out with women and men who are conscious like us. You guys are so rad. So grateful that we have this community with each other. It's such a blessing. Okay. So the card of the week is maturity. No fighting, maturity. Be in your state of grace. Be in your state of balance. And as the ancient Egyptians called it, ma'at, state of balance and harmony. Restoration of ma'at is to restore balance in your body and in your soul and in your mind so that you can be in harmony with nature and all that is. So that is the reading for this week. And the angel card is resilience, maturity and resilience. So as your cosmic assignment is this week to check in on what does it look like to support yourself in the little moments during the days. Maybe drinking enough water, going for a walk at lunchtime, taking time for tea, resilience and maturity. Maturity in knowing that no one else is going to take care of you. You got to take care of yourself. Man, that's kind of a thing. And then that does lead to resilience. So that is the reading of the week. And now we'll do the giveaway. And I'm just going to take one more sip of Queen of Cups because it's so delicious. Okay, so here we go. We are going to do a giveaway. So, let's see what Ashley put in this box. Okay. So this month, the tea, okay, so this is called a gaiwan, and this is for Gong Fucha tea ceremony. So this is going to be the gift in this month's tea box, in this month's membership box. It's my favorite. I love a clear gaiwan. And so basically what you do is you put the loose leaf tea inside and you do this, and then you do this. So I can actually show you guys, if anyone wants to stay on, I can show you how to use this afterward. This is a Gong Fucha Chinese tea ceremony, and this is traditional in that. So this is what I use when I'm doing tea ceremony, and this is really, really lovely. So this month's monthly member box gets this as a gift, and it's a big deal. Now this is a mock-up because I obviously don't have the real ones here, but they are already shipping. And this is the Queen of Cups large jar, and this is a yummy, yummy, very blueberry, very vanilla bean, very, it's got beets in it and red clover and some hibiscus, and it's very, 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 very rich and dreamy and bright and yummy. It's Queen of Cups. And Queen of Cups rules our emotions. And so the Queen of Cups, the artwork is spectacular. And obviously the gaiwan, the traditional Chinese tea ceremony, is the Queen of Cups. So I paired them together. And what a beautiful, beautiful gift that is. Okay, so somebody's going to win that. If you're a monthly box member, you're going to get that shipped to you this month. If you are not a member and you want that, you should definitely sign up. I think there's maybe 50 extras a month that we do. But it's getting expensive because there's thousands of members monthly. So we don't buy a ton of extra gifts because, cash flow. That's the thing. All right, so let's do the giveaway, and we will. Did you guys know generosity is and if your liver is healthy, you end up being very generous? I did not know that. Did you know that if you worry a lot, your spleen needs attention and help? Your spleen is the cause of anxiety and worry. Did you know that? The woman I traveled to, the high priestess I traveled to Egypt with, Dee, who is going to be a guest on one of our upcoming Magic Mondays, she's a doctor of medical Qigong. And we worked on all of our organs together, and we're going to create a medical Qigong tea series in 2025 together. I am in love with her. She is my sister. We're going to be co-teaching in March in Egypt, and I think you guys are just going to love her as much as I love her. She's so the real deal. Beautiful Irish woman, and so no ego, and so incredibly powerful and brilliant. Okay, so the winner tonight is Sarah Jane Owen. Sarah, are you here, lovey? Sarah Jane Owen. Sarah Jane Owen. Tell me you're here, and I will have Sarah Jane Owen. Let me know you're here, lovey. Are you here? Are you still here? You got to be here to win. Sarah Jane Owen. You might not be here anymore. Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Okay, email Ashley at Club Magic Hour, your address, and we will send you your beautiful gift. You got Queen of Cups and this gorgeous this gorgeous Gaiwan, which is so lovely. Does anybody want to stay and have me show them how to use it? I will stay. And does anyone want to ask me anything about Egypt? Because I'll stick around also. Yeah? Okay. All right. We can do that. All right, you guys, for the rest of you who want to leave, have a beautiful week. Don't forget, take care of yourselves. Take care of your heart and soul and your infinite nature. Take care of your friends and family. Stay connected, which is love and humanity. Okay? Have a great week. All right. So for those of you who want to stick around, I'm hanging out for a little bit. Yeah, Elena, it's exciting. So the trip is beyond anything I've ever experienced. I've traveled the world, and Egypt is a little bit like Disneyland during the day when there's a lot of people, like everybody with their selfie sticks and people from all over the world and tons of tourists. It's really, really crowded. It's still very powerful and you can feel it, but it's not, it's touristy. So we have access to all the temples privately, and we finished all of our temple visits by a visit to the Great Pyramid of Giza, and we got to go inside into the king's chamber and become and do a sound bath and become initiated in there and be reborn. And that was like, I feel reborn. So a lot of people don't realize that the temples are the actual chakras. And so I went to work on the new chakra teas because I'm bringing those back eventually. And holy cow, did I learn a lot. So to calibrate the chakras and to work on the system with medical qigong and breath work and visualization was really, really powerful. So we have access to the temples privately. Our Egyptologist, Ehab, is like an angel. I'm going to his wedding next year. Like, we are fast friends. And then my husband was there on 11/11/2000, and he was there with this famous Egyptologist from the Edgar Cayce Foundation, whose son is still leading. And so Mohammed was one of our leaders as well. And then Dee, our beautiful high priestess, who initiated us into these practices. It was so profound. And the goddesses and gods of ancient Egypt, I mean, we're talking 400, 500,000 years old. This is like, the Bible's 2,000 years old, a little over, but like, we're talking the most ancient energies, and they are so potent and alive still. And it really does remind you that we're connected to the divine. We are one with the divine. There's no priest or minister that can separate us. There's nothing that separates us from God. We are absolutely aligned with it. And each of the temples is so focused on that and reminding us of our divine nature and really sinking us back into the code of being that. It is a reset like no other. And I had some really, and I'll talk about it a little bit longer. We'll do some dedicated Egypt calls, but I literally had electricity move through my body in several of the places and really got to get revitalized. And so who knows, maybe I'll start getting younger now, but I'm telling you, it's really, really, really incredible. Oh, you work at Casey's Health Center. Okay, so Brigitte, Mohammed is, or his father was the Egyptologist, and he lives in Virginia. So you might know him. Yeah, we had our own personal Egyptologist who's more of a mystical Egyptologist who understands all the symbols. And oh my God, reading the hieroglyphs, it's like they enter your consciousness. And then, anyway, I have so many chills. I'm just like, wow, it was like the most incredible experience of my life. Yeah, Sylvia's saying she's had that experience. So the trip in March is $9,500. So it's not cheap, but you get like you're on a cruise, on a Nile, ancient, beautiful Nile cruise. It covers all the food, all the drink, all the tours, everything. Like there's not one thing I had to think about other than tea. And it was like, and it was just over it was 2 weeks, all the initiations, I can't even describe it in the quick amount of time we have. Let me show you how to use the Gaiwan, and we'll do more talks about Egypt because I'll be talking about it. I don't think it's sold out, and I honestly, I'm so excited to go back. I'm pumped. I want everyone to go and experience this. I want to take my kids. If my husband hadn't already been there and experienced this, a long time ago, which he said changed his life. And the women who I was there with were incredible. I was there with like the creative director of Louis Vuitton, who was having the most fun of her life. I was there with the founder of SoulCycle, Elizabeth, who's incredible. I was there with JJ Martin, who's the founder of Double J, the fashion line. So it was like highly creative, high-powered, potent women who were all in complete, utter awe and like surrender to the divine. It was really incredible. So this group is really, not only is it the setting and what's happening, but it's also the level of consciousness and being around everyone who's having like this experience of like full dedication to wanting to serve the balance and the harmony of earth, and in a big way. And so yeah, it's a game changer. I really didn't think I could afford it. I was really trying to put it off. I tried to get out of it like 6 times after I signed up for it because I was like, I can't leave for 2 weeks. I can't do this. I can't do that. And I'm just so glad I shut up and did it. And obviously I'm going back, and I hope to go every year. And yeah, game changer. So, okay, so let me show you guys how to use this real quick. And let me get my kettle. And okay. So how many of you guys are still here? Oh my God, a lot of you guys are still here. Okay, so, all right. So here it is. And you guys can ask questions. I'll take a look at the chat. Susan, I know. I'm going to I'll post by the weekend a link or something. Oh, thank you, Debbie. We will definitely be posting the link if anyone wants to go to Egypt in March. I'm so excited to go back. And I'll be hosting the tea ceremony at night and the integration circles, and it's going to be amazing, and teaching you guys tarot, and it's going to be fun. Okay, so here is the Gaiwan. So this is the tray, and then this is the lid, and this is the bowl. And so what you want to do when you're pouring tea into it, so typically it's used for leaves, and this is kind of a big one, but I wanted a big one for you guys to use with this. But basically what you do is you pour your tea into it. Let me see if I can, I can't make this lower. Okay, so you pour your tea into it. Okay, and then you pour the water. This water is not going to be quite hot enough. Well, it's still pretty hot. I see steam. So then you pour your water into it. I typically will use a lot more tea in the Gaiwan, and I'll steep it a bunch of times. So, okay. So then you take your lid, and it's hard to do this without a tray, but you take your lid and you basically let it steep. And then I'll show you. Here, let me drink my, how am I gonna do this? Okay, I'm gonna do it right here. Then basically you take your cup and you take the lid and you go like that. And Gongfucha is really about spilling. So if you spill, it's like fine because you've got this tray. You can use a filter if you want. And then you just keep pouring water into this and keep pouring it into your cup. And it's always good to just have a little tray. You can have a filter, but this tea doesn't get bitter because there's no Camellia sinensis in it. So you can basically just keep adding water to it and pour it like that. So what you're doing is you're using the lid as the strainer. And you're basically going like this. I'll pour a little into you see that? Ta-da! And that's how you do it. And you can use a strainer if you want. You're not supposed to drink out of that. I just did that. I did that because I'm basically 5. But anyway, so that is how you use the Gongfucha. I mean, it's the Gongfucha Gaiwan, and it's really fun to use, and you can spill and make a mess, and you're not going to get in trouble. So, yeah, no waste. Exactly, Elena. It's so nice. Yeah, so now you'll know how to use it. We'll be doing classes, so don't worry. And then also for you connoisseur members and anyone who signed up for tea school, I'll be deep diving into Gongfucha and Chinese tea ceremony for tea school. Okay, you guys. Well, I love you. Have a great night. Here's to your health. Stay sane tomorrow. Stay safe. And don't forget, you are a profound, radical, awesome human being, and nobody can ever take that away from you. Okay, I love you all. I will see you next Monday, if not sooner, and I will see you on social media. Okay, bye you guys. Love you, love you. Have a good one. Okay, bye.